like doing like 120 miles an hour, spreading out their arms and legs like Batman, strolling down the mountain. That's a little over the top. I thought scuba diving and jumping out of a plane was crazy enough, but hey, speaking of roofs, Audubon Gutter, back in early October, Audubon Gutters putting new gutters on my house. Spouts, everything brand new. And these gutters feature a leaf guard system, so I'll literally never ever have to worry about cleaning my gutters again. Audubon Gutters has been at it since 1991. They have the largest, most experienced gutter installation company. Like I often say, they don't do paint, they don't do roofs, they don't do siding, they don't do windows. All they do are gutters. All they do are gutters. Why would you even consider going anywhere else but Audubon gutters for your home or your business? The Gulf South's largest, most experienced gutter installation company, AudubonGutters.com, AudubonGutters.com. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday, 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. If you can tell me how many Super Bowls the Superdome has hosted, I'll give you 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse. How many Super Bowls has the Superdome hosted? 766-9480. Boy, the up and down temperatures, 75 today. By the weekend, it's going to be 30s when we wake up Saturday, Sunday morning, mid to high 30s. Like 40 degrees colder than it is now. You're running air conditioning, you're running heat, you're not running the system at all. If you need AC or heat help, Total Maintenance is there. That's Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys. Air conditioning and heating experts that come immediately. Incapable of throwing you around, diagnosing it right the first time, and coming immediately because your AC or heat's not working right, or worse, not working at all. In New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, weekday, weekend, overnight, holiday. I don't care if it's Christmas Day, Christmas night, New Year's Eve, New Year's night, 4 in the morning, Total Maintenance is there. If you need AC or heat help in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, tm-ac.com. It's Total Maintenance. Find them online, tm-ac.
This is where it's sold out from the crowd. Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not a eyeglass store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. As unique as you.
Dave Viet Insurance Agency, Auto, Home, Flood, Business. Call 456-0809. Dave Viet, INSAgency.com. Dave Viet Insurance Agency, Auto, Home, Flood, Business. Call 456-0809. Dave Viet, INSAgency.com.
Total Maintenance keeps you cool. Your cool. Francesca Deli and Pizza has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harris Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Custom window treatments can enhance any window, including large screens, French doors, sliding American-made SL300 shutters are available in many. Welcome out the menu, and you receive fast delivery. Free. Elmate and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Later family of companies located here Interlock, the Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlock's technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Hey, Lord, if you ever wanted to experience life on St. Charles Avenue, now is your chance. The Grand Victorian, the ultimate bed and breakfast in the Garden District on the streetcar line. Built in 1893, this magnificent house will make your special weekend getaway special. To find out more, go to gvbb.com. That's gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian, where the locals go to get away. Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area. Father has been Smoothie King franchisees for decades on Jefferson Highway, across from Oxford, on Airline Highway, Bar by Causeway. Smoothie King. The only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and Barone in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The house is on the river, chopping Napoleon is in a century-old warehouse. Uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store with 7 locations in Orleans. Rouse's is New Orleans' grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Woodhouse State Spa with 5 oceans: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive complex, something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignment, parts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It's been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. We want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you've got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Out of politician, part of a political machine. Corey Johnson.
I propose that I use what's left of the town treasury to move to a more prosperous town and run for mayor.
3.9 FM and 107.9 FM.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey, at you. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. 18 other states are backing Louisiana, and it's appeal of a ruling that struck down Louisiana's new 10 Commandments law. Conservative attorney generals in these 18 states, Republicans, they like what Jeff Landry likes, this 10 Commandments. And this is such a, if you think for a minute, this is about, wow, we have problems with our kids, and this is going to help our kids, that's why we're doing it, you're a child. Seriously. I love the 10 Commandments too, and it works great for me. And it's my religion and my faith. But first, separation of church and state. And second, these politicians are doing it strictly for politics. It's like Oliver Thomas with the $2 million to study grocery stores in the East. When he runs for mayor, people in the East will be like, Oliver tried to get us a grocery. Didn't happen because the grocery people already have done the study and they're not interested in the East. I mean, I mentioned this yesterday. I'm not talking New Orleans since I'm just telling you how it is. I know the East as well as anyone. Basically grew up out there, native New Orleans, saw the East rise like a rocket ship and crash. It's crazy. The New Orleans East has a per capita income of $10,000 less than the average of New Orleans. And that includes the East in the average. So you have the entire city, about 380,000 people. 80,000 of the 380 are in the East. So basically like 25% of New Orleans population's in the East. Those 25%, those 80,000 folks earn less a year than everyone else in New Orleans. With them as part of the everyone. So, I mean, if you took New Orleans East out and just took the rest of the city and the average income, it'd come up even higher. The disparity would be larger than 10 grand. It'd be like, I'm just making up the numbers. The rest of New Orleans makes 60, New Orleans East makes 40. It'd be like 15 or 20 grand. So they have the average income, which includes the East, the entire parish of Orleans, then New Orleans East by itself. And they make those folks in the East, black, white, Vietnamese, they make 10,000 less a year than everyone else in the city of New Orleans. No matter your North Shore, Orleans Parish. So there's a reason why there aren't restaurants out there, a lot of retail, dry cleaners, grocery stores, you name it, clothing stores, whatever. There's not a lot of that or any of that out there because it's been studied. There isn't enough disposable income. It isn't economically viable enough. Otherwise, the businesses would be out there. It's the United States of America. There are too many places that too many businesses invest in. And they're much less safe than New Orleans East around the country. It's crazy. No, New Orleans East, no one look at it. People want to think it's like a black. The Whole Foods went on Broad Street. I don't think it's a black thing. Like people aren't investing in these because it's black people. There's tens of thousands of Vietnamese people. There's white folks out there, Asian. It's ridiculous. To make it a race issue is pathetic. Now, New Orleans East has a leadership issue, and most importantly, a lack of high quality, high paying jobs in New Orleans East. And then the jobs they do have that are high paying in New Orleans East, the people don't live in New Orleans East. They commute to go work at NASA and live on the North Shore, or live in Slidell, or live in uptown New Orleans, or live at English Turn, and make the commute every day. Live anywhere but New Orleans East. Corey Johnson with me at Wide Open Wednesday. Hey, why aren't you at Katie's right now in Mid-City, in between Bienville and Canal Street, Carrollton and Doc Francis Parkway, Iberville, Tallahassee, like a few blocks behind Angelo Bricotta's ice cream joint on Carrollton? A true taste of New Orleans is better, more of the good things, just like Scott Craig says. As New Orleans as it gets. Why aren't you at Katie's in Mid-City right now? Outdoor dining at Katie's too. Weather's perfect tonight for that. Summer-ish weather, like 75 outside. Crazy. This weekend, Saturday, Sunday morning, temperatures will be in the 30s. Retired priest Lawrence Hecker sentenced to life in prison. I was talking about most important, the things that matter, that need to be on the next mayor's agenda, the mayors that are running. Oliver Thomas coming up soon, Helena Moreno officially in. It's always going to be the big things, the macro items. This could be any city USA. You just put in the name and the city and say, infrastructure, education, crime, and economic opportunity. Could be Phoenix, New York, Washington, D.C., Tampa, New Orleans. I'm Fred Smith. I'm running for mayor of Tacoma. Going to improve infrastructure. Going to invest in education, educate our kids. Going to attack the violent crime problem. And I'm going to bring economic opportunity to Tacoma. Those are obvious. I was kind of talking to kind of New Orleans exclusive things, like clean the city, the litter and dumping has to go. Let's go from one of the filthiest cities in America to one of the cleanest. It's all about a mental change. This can't do it. It'll never be that way. That's part of the problem. We'd be digging small holes, planting trees 24/7, 365. We'd be digging large holes, big holes for retention ponds. Imagine Bourbon Street. It's a toilet. We don't go down there for a reason. It sucks. Land-based casino monopoly. Time to study that and get rid of that and invite others, MGM, Wynn, to come in and invest in the city. UNO, the University of New Orleans. Hey, how about the mayor and the city council of the city of New Orleans actually caring about the University of New Orleans? It should be a huge economic engine. There should be like 50,000 students out on the lakefront. And coastal restoration is so important for every New Orleanian. And we're right on the Gulf, essentially. We need coastal restoration. Any mayor should be focusing in on that. Any candidate worth their salt should be focusing in on that. Hey, Trey Yen in Mandeville, great place for dinner. It's not Chinese food, it's Chinese cuisine. You folks on the South Shore that love Chinese cuisine, but have never been to Trey Yen in Mandeville, it is 25 short minutes from Lakeside Market. Like your I-10 Causeway, in 26 minutes, you're at Trey Yen in Mandeville. Yeah, you won't be disappointed. Don't forget the Kong Cho sauce. Their signature sauce. Trey Yen in Mandeville. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow, Thursday, straight up 4 o'clock. Happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
You're on the neutral ground. Corey Johnson on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.